Okay.
What did you want to talk about, Z?
I was I was coming in when you were talking about like the whole 100K man versus 60K man with emotional intelligence or something.
Hmm.
And like those conversations are, and somebody put this in the comments too, but it's like unrealistic because like can you find a 100K man that has emotional intelligence? Probably. Can you find a 60K man that has emotional intelligence? Probably. Like it's about like the person. And I feel like we always come up in these conversations like, how much money does it make? Like half of these girls that scream the whole city girls thing, they are dating drug dealers who bring in maybe $3,000 in a day, and then maybe he brings in $3 in a day. Like they scream this stuff because like, yeah, I think I don't know. And then the other thing I was gonna say is I think that you are and the guys, especially on TikTok, are too focused on the girls who live that lifestyle when I feel like you shouldn't want those girls easily influenced anyway, whether it was by Megan the Stallion or whether it was by like Megan Good. I don't know. Like, why are you focused? Like, why do y'all prefer to have girls or focus on girls who obviously are easily influenced? Like that shouldn't be a character trait of a wife that you want anyway. Like that's just so confusing that these girls keep getting brought up. Oh, these city girls listen to Sexy Red. Like you see when they go, even when they go to these events, like I saw somebody talking about the BET thing. Like what do you expect them to have on? Of course they gonna have on stripper clothes. Like this the lifestyle that they live. It's that's the lifestyle that they want to live. And who's to judge them? Like just because they making money don't make them good people. Like whatever, that's their space. But why do we keep trying to bring those girls into this space of people who have high standards,
I can't
people
answer
who are
that
looking
question.
for like well-rounded individuals? Just because a man makes 100K does not make me want to date him. I've been approached by like NBA players, but they have bad character traits. That doesn't make me like, oh, just because I want to live in a mansion and drive a Benz like that, I don't care about that. But at
Okay.
the end of the day, I'm
Can
not
you
going to date
name
a
drop
broke
for us?
guy. And I'm not gonna date a broke guy just because he's nice to me either. Like you have to have some
Okay.
type of substance to you. Don't matter what the situation is. Just like, for example, this guy, it could be a guy that has like like a great mindset. He talks well. He blah blah blah, well traveled. It don't matter, but he scams still on the side of working his 9 to 5. Still not dating him. Sorry, like you don't have like these values and morals that I have that I align with. It's about like aligning with other people. So like stop bringing up the city girls and bringing them into marriage. They probably don't even care about marriage. That's why they become baby moms before like they kid have the man's last name before they do.
Okay, Z,
Yeah.
I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question.
Okay.
So first of all, first of all, I said this the other day, and I've said this a lot of times on here. And I'm just speaking for Noble. I'm not speaking for Clyde or any other man in this room. The only time Noble has any interaction with, you know, argumentative, combative, ghetto, loudmouth women is on TikTok. The woman that Noble talks to on TikTok, um, they're not that caliber of woman. The woman that Noble that y'all don't know, that Noble has relationships with, that aren't on TikTok. I don't deal with those type of women in my everyday, day-to-day life. But what I know to be true is that even though these women, they might have not been brought up like these influencers, at the end of the day, these women are being influenced by these women, and they are being these supposed to be regular girls are being influenced by these women to the point to where they're even starting to adopt their ideologies and just their complete way of thinking. I know Ms. Carroll said that, in her line of work, obviously in some people's line of work, it's going to be easier for them to be around people that make a certain amount of money than the other people. But at the end of the day, I know for a fact, Z, that a lot of you women, you guys do prioritize a man's financial status. You guys aren't prioritizing all that other stuff. You guys are around more men and have access to more men that have that have morals, that have values, that have good character, that are good quality people, that have certain ethics and things that they believe in, than you are around these high earning men. But because they don't make a certain amount of money and they can't provide a lifestyle that you want to live, that you see on the internet, y'all don't want them. Y'all not gonna talk to the barista. Y'all not gonna talk to the man that gives you your fries at McDonald's. You're not gonna talk to the guy at the gas station. There's a bunch of quote unquote good guys that y'all are not going to talk to. That and my point is, a lot of these quote unquote good guys, they do be on the same socioeconomic level as y'all. But again, y'all are not interested in them because y'all are being influenced to the point that you think that you deserve better. So you're gonna totally overlook, certain guys that are readily available for you and more than suitable for you. That is what's really going on, Z. Like
Okay,
we
let
just
me
gotta keep it a buck.
let me give you a let me give you an example, or let me give you a explanation kind of as to why I think this whole like making more money thing comes about, right? So a lot of times the women who do date the guys who okay work at McDonald's or same socioeconomic status or whatever, they still get cheated on, they still get done dirty, whatever the case. And that's also, we can argue that they don't vet him right or whatever, but stuff happens, right? So that's why they like, I would rather deal with the man that has more money that does these same things, because the guy with less money, I don't get to walk away with nothing. Is it selfish to think that way? Probably. But that's why I think these girls is like, I want somebody high value, because it's like, if they're going to get cheated on anyway, or they're going to get, have to deal with baby mama drama anyway, then maybe that's the reason they make those decisions. Does it make sense? And does it make it right? Not necessarily. But I think that's why that even comes up. You know what I mean? Like there's girls who have graduated college, whole bachelor's degrees, and then they will date like they neighborhood drug dealer. You know what I mean? Doesn't make it right.
Z, let me put it like this to you real quick. And then Clyde, I know you want to say something. So Z, as a woman, y'all attract all different kind of men. Y'all have men from all different parts of not only the
Not
state,
all
the
women.
world.
Not all
No,
women.
you said not all women?
No.
Yeah, every woman has her own.
Every
Not
woman.
every woman has this. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
like, okay, for example,
Okay. Look,
can I say this though? Like it really, and this is where the whole like
It's
how, the way
different.
you carry yourself and all that comes into it too, because like y'all can look at my Instagram or whatever, but it's a certain way that I look that makes people think, and maybe it's also my social media that makes people think that like, oh, she's probably gonna date a baller, like, oh, she's probably,
Yeah.
but like that's
She tried to
not.
plug herself.
Yeah, like they
I
don't
caught
know,
that.
right. They think like, oh, because she's pretty, she keep her hair done, her nails, she's high maintenance, she high standards, like all this kind of thing. Which I do have high standards, but it's not like a,
Z,
you
that's
know.
not okay. Hear me out. That's not the point that I'm making.
Oh,
The
okay, what's
point,
your point?
the point that I'm making. Obviously, a beautiful woman is gonna get a lot of attention from a man in general. But
Yeah.
even a woman that's not quote unquote conventionally attractive, she's still going to get attention from a good amount of men. It might not be from the men that she wants attention from, and even the beautiful woman, they get more attention from men that they want nothing to do with than even the girls that aren't considered the most beautiful. My whole point is y'all have a bunch of men that hit y'all up on a daily basis, but in this day and age that we're living in, if a ball player hits you up, if an entertainer hits you up, if someone with the quote unquote blue check hits you up, let's be real. Most women are going to see what's going on there, especially just an average girl. She gonna see what's going on there.
Absolutely.
But but
Okay,
but
yeah,
but if
yeah,
Earl hits you up, if Sam hits you up, if Eric hits you up, y'all not gonna entertain that. Y'all dub those men every single day. And,
yeah.
and, and,
Okay,
and the
Not
whole Z,
necessarily.
the whole
No,
point that I'm
Bill.
trying to make, is you don't know that ball player or that entertainer the same way you don't know Eric, Sam, and Earl, but you gonna entertain a ball player simply because he's a ball player, and you know that he's probably in a better financial status than Eric, Sam, and Earl, and he can probably provide a better lifestyle for you than Eric, Sam, and Earl. Like, let's just keep it a buck.
I think that also goes back to my initial point, like people who are easily influenced by like the lifestyle that they want to live type of thing. Like I think you're just kind of like, you're talking about the like, if Noble, if I were to screenshot, because we're close, if I were to screenshot my DMs and send them to you, like I'm talking about just like in the request box, you would be like, what the hell? But I don't respond to those people. Like I don't.
Yeah.
even though like, okay, maybe they can provide a certain lifestyle I want to live. Like, I think you all, and then you all also, especially men, because I think attention for men and attention for women are two different things. And I think when you all think of us getting attention in our DMs, it's like, oh, this guy wants to take us on a date and this guy wants to be our husband, this guy wants to be our boyfriend. Like, no, a lot of these people just be trying to, you know what, like, so
Right.
attention is not good attention.
Exactly.
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead, Alondra. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me up. Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
girl.
So I think in that scenario, right, I think it's perfectly understandable to an extent, right? Everyone, when you're first meeting someone, right, it's generally physical, right? There's something about them that draws you to them. No different than a man being more drawn to a woman that looks like Megan Good over a woman that looks like Viola Davis, right? So for women, it's the same concept, right? There's something that's going to draw us in before we get to know their personality. So if a man looks like he has money, that might be what draws him in. If he's tall and attractive, like, you know, Morris Chestnut, Idris Elba, that might be what draws you in. But I really think it's no different. So I don't think that's a bad thing for a man to be drawn in by visual and for a woman to be drawn in by something visual as well. And then one other thing I wanted to say, you mentioned that a lot of good men hit us up, but good men is subjective, right? I don't think a man can say what a good man is and a woman can say what a good woman is, because every woman is different, right? If you ask all of us what we consider a good man, we might all have different answers. So
Exactly.
just because someone is an average man doesn't mean he's a good man, right? Just like because someone's a high earning man doesn't mean he's a bad man.
Absolutely.
It really is subjective.
This is my thing though, Alondra, really quick. And then Z, I'm gonna give you the floor back. This is to what you just said though, Alondra. Listen, I'm someone, and I've spoke on this before. I'm someone, Alondra. I've had motion with girls all of my life. I've been an athlete all my life. Like I was the kid at elementary school. I had girlfriends. I've been a ball player all my life. I was a college basketball player. I was a All-American. Like even in my professional life now, when I'm not an athlete, I still get attention from women. Like I come on here and I say the things that I say, I talk the way I talk, I still get attention from women, like beautiful women, because what I be saying don't apply to them. But my whole point is, Alondra, I am around and have been around a lot of men that aren't in the position that I'm in, that aren't in the position that my dad is in, that have the qualities and the characteristics that that majority of y'all say that y'all want in men. But these y'all don't give these men the time of day. And it's not because y'all actually try to talk to them and get to know them. It's simply because a lot of these women have materialistic mindsets. And to Z said, Z is my homie, and Z, you're gonna be different because you don't really take social media serious anyway, right? Right. So your mindset is gonna be different. So you gotta kind of take yourself out of it. So even if a man with a blue check does be in your DMs, you're just not really interested in meeting people on social media anyway, so you're not going to talk to them. But you got to think about a lot of other girls. If these same people that be trying to hit you up, hit them up, they're going to want to see what they're talking about. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay, but okay, here's the thing that I was gonna throw in the mix that I think kind of like shakes the table, right? So, what is the Kevin Samuels thing where he says you look for friendly, fit? I forgot the other one.
Fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah, fit, feminine, and friendly, right? So like those are qualities that you look for in a woman. Now, for women to say like they want, you know, like attractive, money making. I don't know what the other like opposite of that would be.
They keep saying 6 figures, 6'6" when it's not case.
Yeah. He said 6 figures, 6 pack, and like what is it?
Yeah, all that.
6 pack, 6 figures, and 6 height.
Yeah.
And I think those are just preferences because I have friends who are tall who will date them a 5'5", you know, like 5'4" to 5'5" men, and they're like 5'11". Like I know women like that, and then I know short girls that's 5'2". That's like I'm not dating nobody under 5'11". You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's all about preferences because when it comes to like women, Noble, you know for a fact that a girl that is like super submissive and nice and like she has has good qualities, but she's not attractive to you, like you're not marrying her. You're not
With
dating her.
pearly things.
And you're not sliding in her DM either, Noble. Everybody can probably name 3 girls they know that they study in the library. They don't have a whole bunch of
Yeah, I
bodies.
know 'em.
They wear their natural hair. They wear
Keep
their
it a buck
natural
with
lashes.
Noble.
They
Come on.
barely get
Okay,
their
Z.
No.
Wait.
Wait.
He know what we
Wait,
talking about. I don't
Keep it a
like
beam,
this
mobile.
game.
Keep it a
These
beam.
No, I know.
listen. Let me finish. These girls, I can show
Stop
you 8 of them that I know personally from college. They never went to parties. They don't turn up. They go to church every single Sunday. Like y'all not picking them girls. Be for real.
They're not
Y'all not
okay.
in their DMs
Okay,
either.
Z, I talked about this. Listen, Clyde, let's keep it. Look, Z, listen, I keep it real. Listen, men,
out with that
listen, you are 100% right. Men, there's women. Listen, I'm not one-sided. Look, there are women that men completely ignore all the time that are going to be, like you said, that woman that has those qualities and characteristics that they look for.
But the same men will preach, I want a natural woman, but don't let. But if her hair is 4C and it's like 4 inches long, it's a short fro. They think that she looks raggedy. Like, let's be for real. Unless it's super curly and giving that Aisha Curry look, they're not going for those women. So like, it's about preference, and y'all need to
facts.
stop.
I don't got no rebuttal to that.
Exactly.
It's true. Come on,
But
Noble.
that's what
Keep
I'm
it a
saying.
buck.
Like, it's about preference
We
because I
talked
know
about this.
Yeah,
men
and there's nothing wrong with having a preference, but you gotta understand, are you your preference?
Period.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
But even if they're not, I mean, if they'd rather be single than change their preferences, that's on them. If you want to die alone,
That's
on
what
you.
Noble was saying.
Exactly.
You get 3 responses to it. Either you can be your preference, you can be single, or you can
date what you currently have available to you.
Date what you qualify for.
And Melandria, my thing is, again, and this is not just, I know we've been talking about women, but there are men also that'll say, "Oh, I'm not settling." Sir, what are you not settling for? You not attracting, these women they don't spit in your direction. You don't get any significant minute interest from these women. These women do not give you the time of day, but you're saying that you're not settling when in all reality, the woman that you do have available for you, they're more than suitable for you, but in your head you think you deserve better. So you're holding out on something that's not even checking for you. Men and women both do that.
In a man's defense, I think if he's gonna say I'm not settling for a woman with kids, I think that's an understandable thing. It is a big responsibility. Or even if a man, and I'm plus size, right? But even if a man says, "Listen, I'm not settling for a plus size woman. I want to be with a woman who's healthy. I want healthy kids." Again, I think that's understandable. So certain things I totally get why, and I think that goes on both sides. There are certain things that I will say that I get why. People don't want to quote unquote change that preference.
But in your defense,
Alondria,
sorry, but in your defense, there are plus size. I don't know if we call men plus size, but there are plus size men who will not date other plus size women. So they have a preference, and so that's almost unfair because it's like I know a couple bigger guys who be like, I'm not dating no.
Yeah, you're right. That's
women like bigger guys though. That's popular now.
No,
women love the belly,
kind
the
of.
dad bod, and all that other stuff.
No, we don't.
Women
You
love
can't
that.
depends.
Because
No.
It's a whole TikTok version dedicated to it. Women love those men.
Okay.
Clyde, listen, as a man, I would say that whole
That's a lie.
dad bod craze, bro, that's some social media stuff.
It's
bro.
social
I promise
media.
you it is. Bro, listen, bro, I'll be honest with you.
I don't know,
bro, I'd be so confused. I'd be so confused on social media, bro. I kid you not, bro. It was this one brother. It was probably like a month or 2 ago. Let me tell you, Clyde, I saw this video. It was this one brother, definitely big dude, NWT, nigga with titties, belly, all that. He had a shirt on and he was slow walking. I think he had a cap cut edit to it. And then it zoomed out or whatever. You know how the cap cut videos be. And then it came back in. He had his shirt off and he was just walking, wobbling, big thighs, everything. And all the women are in the comments with drooling emojis, heart eye emojis, talking about I love a teddy bear, come here, daddy, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Was he also rich?
My thing is, Clyde,
Did he have money?
I never been around like women in real life that been like, no, I want me a nigga with a belly. I want me a nigga that like he 5 months pregnant. Like I just haven't been around it. I haven't been around. Clyde, have you been around it? Look, Husky, look. look,
My sister
look,
like Big Gigi.
like
Now,
a
as far as
big guy,
the height,
a
yeah.
big no,
When they
no,
say, "Hey, I want a
a
man
big
that's
guy
six
that's
foot
like
something," yeah.
muscular big, a big guy that's like muscular big, cool. And I don't think a lot of women have problem with the guys that even got a little stomach, but like the
Yeah.
whole dad bod and like I said, the whole beer gut and like 5 months pregnant, bro. That's some internet stuff. I never met. I ain't been around no
You know, there's
woman.
something
It's
I noticed
debatable.
though. Like, I think it's my sister, but like really, really petite girls like them a little thick. They do.
Yeah,
They like to feel
Yeah.
secure and held, and they
I
want
was
the
just
weight
gonna
of a
say that.
man on top of
They
them.
just want to fall
Um,
asleep when it's
Yeah.
over. Fall
yeah, they
asleep
My
want to
when
feel
it's
like
over.
a
sister,
teddy
she likes
bear,
the linebackers, men
like
who are built
Biggie
like
Smalls.
Yeah,
linebackers.
And,
there are some women that love the line,
that's
that love the offensive line.
No, I think Zarya said it best though, because there's like I
but
said
that's
it before too.
online.
There's definitely a woman that men be ignoring all the time too. But
100%.
my thing is
And
again,
that's
this
not
goes
to
back to my
say
point though.
also,
This
that's
goes
not
back
to
to my
say that
point.
it's not valid because maybe those women are lacking stuff like this, like the guys that you normally root for,
Oh,
Noble,
you
like
know
the
they
guys
are,
that
girl.
worked at nine. What'd you say?
I said, oh, you know they are.
Oh,
100%.
like the guys Noble said, like they worked the 9 to 5, and there's certain guys that you describe, Noble, that I know because I went to HBC, so I know people like that. But to me, I'm not attracted to some of those guys because they're like socially awkward, like they have no game. They're
Yes.
very like, and that's something I'm attracted to confidence. So like, yes, they may make a nice, decent amount of money at their, the desk job they work at, the corporations and stuff, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's not the kind of guy I look for. Now, am I going out here dating drug dealers? No, but like I know the kind of people Noble are talking about, like the kind of guys that like, they work their 9 to 5, they go out a happy hour on the weekends, like they getting promotions every 2 years. Like I
Yep.
know those guys, but they also get other women. Like they get women. Like, so I don't know for any men really that I know, like in my own circle that like don't date any
They
like
And then
type of
Noble, you know
guy.
exactly what we're talking about the nice guy. Like I sent you that video. I don't know why you be laughing. Like, give him a chance. Like,
no,
those
no,
socially
look,
awkward guys who
listen.
don't do the work on
I've acknowledged
themselves.
this. Look, I've acknowledged this. Listen,
Come on.
I know. Listen, but see, I gotta get it twisted. I'm not saying the quote unquote guy that a lot of these women consider to be square, because had the whole square conversation. I'm not saying that the guys that are considered to be square aren't suave and like don't get women, because I'm that square guy.
But you know where they also are, Noble? You know where they also are? On TikTok, making
Yup.
lives and talking bad about women. Like, who wants to date a guy that's on here
Listen,
all day in the comments like, you would have
Exactly.
never, like,
Thank
nobody's
you.
dating that.
Bingo.
It's
no,
like,
listen to me.
I just
Listen
saw,
to me.
wait. I just saw a clip on TikTok
We
and
know a
I
couple
forgot what
accounts.
the guy's name is. He's a bald guy with the glasses. Everybody hates him. I can't remember his name. And he has a podcast, and one of the girls,
Bald guy with the
he
glass.
asked her, like, am I a high value man?
Fresh and
And
fit. Oh my God.
yeah, he was like, am I a high value man? She said no.
No,
And
you're
then he got
not.
offended because she said, because a high value man wouldn't be doing who like you doing this. And I completely wholeheartedly agree. Like
D,
a high value
look.
man or somebody, they not worried about what everybody else is doing. That's why I think where the issue comes in. Like, I'm not worried. I know people that do the city girl lifestyle. They get flued out, whatever, all that. But like, I'm not worried about what them girls do and who they dating. Like, cause it really does not affect my life.
I
Look,
don't think you
okay,
can be a
look
high
though. This
value
one.
man if
Go ahead, Alondra. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't think you can be a high value man if you're not marriage minded, because if you just want to sleep around, then you don't have value to women, if that makes sense.
I have mixed feelings on
I
that.
disagree.
So
But
mixed feelings.
what I wanted to say is, listen, I always talk about the quote unquote square guy that never had any emotion with girls in his life,
Mhm.
right? So he always has been that socially awkward in the corner, never saying anything. Like he never went to homecoming, he didn't go to prom, he didn't get any play in college, he never like kissed a girl, he never hugged a girl before. So
Damn.
come on, Clyde, hear
It's
me out.
not always that extreme, Noble. It's not
No,
always that
but listen to
extreme.
me though. Listen to me
Because
though.
I know quiet
It is
guys
though.
that get girls. Like I
No,
know the guys that
listen
stand
to
on the
me.
wall and still
I'm
get
talking about
girls.
this specific guy though.
Okay.
After he graduates school and he get his job and he getting a little money in his pocket now he thinks because he getting a little money in his pocket that he should be getting certain things and having access to certain things. But it's like that man never worked on his social skills. He never even talked to girls. So he's like super behind. And like, he's trying to like buy his way into like, I don't know, he's trying to buy his way into a girl liking him. So those guys exist, but there are also guys, the square guys that have the corporate jobs, that were athletes, that always had motion with women. So I'm not saying that, but okay, the point I'm trying to make is, especially nowadays, bruh, y'all are like shaming like men that like work jobs, bro. Like I promise y'all.
What?
Yeah, no, but you gotta
What
get
do
out
you
of here with
mean by
that one.
that?
You crazy. You said we're shaming men who have jobs?
What do you mean by that?
Now he
know,
opened the
Miss
panel.
Carol,
Now he
Miss
opened
Carol,
the
did you want to
panel.
say something?
Wow.
Oh, I said no, that's not true.
Bro,
You
y'all not shaming
crazy.
men that work jobs?
This is where you go left.
Oh,
No.
the girls that are
This is
shaming
where you always lose me. Every single time I come in here, you lose me. You're talking about a certain
a
demographic
certain
of
type
women.
of girl. The girls who
Yeah.
like the scammers, the girls who like the drug dealers, the girls
I
who
never been
go
with a
after the
cookier.
rappers and the ballers. Like that's the kind of girls
But
that
it is
shame
an
9 to
abundance.
5.
It is an abundance.
It's an abundance,
He's trying
right?
to shake the
Exactly.
room.
It's an
But
abundance.
why? But here's the crazy thing about it. Here's the thing. Like, why would y'all even want a girl that idolizes that kind of
I
like
don't want
No,
that.
we're
lifestyle?
not wanting her, but it's
So
still
what's the
fair to
conversation?
acknowledge her existence. We
Well, in New
acknowledge
Jersey,
Pookie and
it's
Ray
not
Ray.
illegal.
They want to smash.
Z,
We
look, at the end of
acknowledge Pookie and Ray Ray. Why y'all can't acknowledge
I don't know. I've
Pookie?
never been
That
with
that
I
doesn't
don't
mean they're
acknowledge
Pookie or
Pookie
Ray
and Ray
Ray.
Ray,
because
and
they
I
don't
can't
get the smash.
stand
let me let this
that
G,
term.
how you doing, brother?